Hi, my name is Nick Denny, and this is an APImetrics video about the reports. So from the project homepage, you can find the reports for the project in the sidebar. So you can click the reports link here. And here you can see we have two different reports set up. If I go to the second one, go to the reports page. At the top of the reports view, there are various options. There's the granularity, so that's the period you're looking at, so hour, day or month. So let's look at a month, and let's look at last month. For hourly you can pick the time zone, and then lastly you can pick a different metric. So currently looking at the total time including DNS, but we could look at the total time until first byte. Click update. And now the numbers in the report are looking at the whole of January and for that metric. The report contains groups of APIs. This report just has one group here with these three APIs, and each report tells you the name of the API call, pass, warning and fail rates for the period we've selected, the most recent CASC score, and then the median latency, the 95th percentile latency and the 99th percentile latency. So you can see where the slowest 1% of API calls take a lot longer than the median. You can sort them by the median, or the 95th percentile, or the 99th percentile. You'll note here that the bars that shows the pass rate, we're looking at the final 5%, so from the 95th percentile up, so you see a little slice here because there's been 0.1% of warnings. If I click on location breakdown, that loads all the different locations we're calling the API calls from. So this is breaking down the average, worldwide average we've got at the top to each location where the source of each of API calls. So you can see here that the AWS Asia Pacific Northeast 1 location has had only a 96.8% pass rate. And most places have 100% pass rates. So this might indicate there has been a very cloud or location specific problem with the endpoint. You can also look at by looking at the 99th percentile, you can see whether any locations have been especially slower than anywhere else. Here we're seeing slow locations in Australia and New Zealand, who presumably are a long way away from the service, so are more susceptible to these latency issues. Last thing to know about the reports view are the different status views. So you can view the report as a weekly view. It shows you if there's been any problems in the last hour, any problems in the last day, or any problems in the last week. So all these APIs had problems in the last week but not in the last 24 hours. And getProfile had a failure. We also have the 15-minute status view, which is very similar, but just has a box showing the last 15 minutes. And I should note that each of these status views has a special script tag that you can use to publish this in your own blog or internal site, or even a public site. And lastly, there's the grid view, and that just shows you each API call as one box in a full green, so that's useful if you need to have a big monitor up and keep an eye at a glance. Lastly, this page is printable, and you can download the data as CSV. And that's a synopsis of the report view. Thank you.